everyone, TarantulaDan here. I hope you're all doing well today. So I'm going to be doing one last video for the time being of my trip to Guatemala. Now I know I said I wasn't going to do another video, that my last one was the last one before I left. However, I had quite a few questions from people basically asking me what it is I'm going to be taking on this trip. How would you prepare for a trip like this? And as I'm actually so unorganised and I haven't actually packed yet, I leave tomorrow, I figured I would do a video and sort of show you and explain some of the things that I'm taking, as well as some of the things that I need that I'm not taking but that other people have, basically. So yeah, this is basically me packing for my trip to Guatemala. I do hope that the lighting is okay. I'm actually downstairs in the dining room. All my lighting equipment is upstairs in the animal room, and I'm really rushed, so I just kind of can't be bothered to go, and so I'll move everything around basically. So hopefully the lighting is okay and you can see me alright. So this is my suitcase. Of course, this is one thing that you should definitely have if you're going to do a trip. It's a shell body, which is obviously better, he won't get bashed around, and it's got a couple of compartments, and apart from that, nothing too fancy. It cost me about 80 quid off Amazon, so that's pretty good. And with that rivetingly exciting piece of kit out of the way, I'm going to show you the other things I'm going to be taking and why I'm taking them. Okay then, so I'm going to start with the clothing, which seems like the best place to start this. Guatemala is a very warm place, so you want to wear shorts and t-shirts, although you don't want to look like a tourist out there. It is quite dangerous with gangs and things, so all of the clothing that I'm taking is plain, pretty much. You can see I have a black t-shirt. There's no designs, no patterns, just a plain black t-shirt. Same as my white ones. I have a grey one. Nothing that I have has any kind of labelling at all. It's not needed. I'd also have like a white sort of hoodie. It's only a thin material hoodie, and a thin, more like a shirt, not like a shirt, like a long sleeve t-shirt with a hood, I guess you'd call it. The long sleeve stuff is basically for when we go off into the jungles. Also have these combats. I don't know if I'll be able to wear these in all honesty, because of what it's like out there, but I will take them just in case. I'm a little bit annoyed because I bought a bunch of sort of what I call like bush trousers, shall we say, with like combat trousers, just plain like olive cargo trousers basically, and they didn't come, and I contacted the seller and they said that there was a problem, and so they refunded me yesterday, and it's too late for me to order any more now. So yeah, basically plain t-shirts, plain hoodies, like t-shirts, and a couple of plain trousers. Nothing too over the top with those. I'm also taking a pair of gloves with me, now because it's colder than that, but because if I do happen to find any sort of tarantulas or anything like that, and I do sort of pick anything up, which I'm not aiming to do so, but I may end up, you never know, eradicating hairs basically should hopefully keep those off me. So I don't know, I wasn't told to bring those, but it just seemed like a common sense thing to just take some gloves for that. Obviously after that, if I have time, I plan on attending the lectures, which I booked like a year ago. So of course I have my pyjamas, which of course are, I actually own a pair of Spider-Man pyjamas, so I'll be taking those. And also because when I'm in the jungle, I'm not sure what the sleeping arrangements are when I'm out there, so thin pyjamas will be sort of pretty good. I also have some waterproofs. Now, as I say, we'll mostly be wearing shorts and t-shirts when we're out there, but the long trousers and the long tops are for when we're going into the jungles to keep ourselves protected. In case like any snakes push up against us or anything, don't think it'll stop them from biting us, but it's better to be covered when we're out there because of all the insects and things that are on there. You don't want them sort of crawling over your skin and biting you. The extra layer of protection is pretty good. But also, if it does rain, it will probably rain quite a lot, so I bought my waterproofs, and these are Alpine Stars motorcycle waterproofs, and they are really, really good. I wear them all the time on my bike, and I might look a little bit overdressed wearing these, but if they keep me dry there, I don't really care, in all honesty. Shorts, nothing too exciting with those. And of course, swimming shorts. I can't wait to put these on. I'm a sucker for swimming. I love going off into swimming pools or swimming in the ocean. I'm one of these people, I'll swim out as far as I can to like the black buoy, and then I'll like try and swim down and like, you know, touch the seabed, which I never can. I go that far out. I'm not scared of deep water at all. I love it. And we have a WhatsApp group, those of us that are going, and there were some pictures that were sent, which I won't put them on screen now because I don't want to ruin it, and also I don't know if I have permission to share this information as such. But there's I saw a picture. They sent a picture of this like a cave system, and you have to go through on like little like a lilo or like a, you know, an inflatable ring, and you go through this like little cave system. Flooded cave system, and then it opens up and there's all like trees and things in there. It looks really, really, really cool. And also there's a swimming pool. Hopefully there'll be like a couple of swimming pools or rivers and lakes and all that kind of thing. Anywhere where there's a body of water, I'm in there, and I will be taking my GoPro, so you know, you'll be able to sort of see some of that. Yeah, anything with water, I'm happy. I also have, of course, a microfiber towel, fast drying, perfect for out there, just because obviously if I am wet I want to get dry as quick as I can. Although it is sort of, you know, 32 degrees give or take out there at the moment, so it's not like it's going to take long to actually warm up after a dip. I don't know what you would call these. Some people call them fanny packs, some call them bum bags, but you know what they are. You put them around your waist. And they sort of fit sort of here, just below your belly button, and you put your phone and your wallet and things in there. Pickpocketing is quite a profession out there, and so I need to keep all of my stuff you know, secure, so if it's here in front of me, hopefully that will prevent it, is the hope, of course. So going on to sort of more of the, oh yeah, and also with the clothing, of course, I have underwear, clean underwear, which you don't really need to see all of this, but of course I will show you just one pair of my amazing superhero ones with Spider-Man on. But yeah, clean underwear for every day, and of course socks, so nothing too exciting there. So the next up is like the equipment that I'll be taking and other stuff. So going through what I'm gonna label it as like medicinal, even though it's not really medicine. Mosquito repellents, of course I will definitely be having those on, because it's mosquitoes, you don't really want them sort of hovering around you. I got a whole pack of these steri strips for any wounds. You know, you can sort of like patch them back together basically. These are travel sickness tablets, because it's 24 hours travelling there and obviously 24 back, so hopefully these will keep me from feeling sick. Hay fever tablets, some Imodium. The water out there is not to be drunk basically, it can make you ill, food poisoning and things. So in the event of an upset stomach, I have quite a few of these actually, for myself and everyone that I'm with. Hopefully we don't need those. I got some eye drops. Don't like things in my eyes. I've really struggled taking these, but if I get anything in my eyes, I'd rather have this to kind of keep my vision pretty clear. I have some glue in case I have to sort of fix anything, I guess. Some Carex Moisture Plus Hand Gel. Of course, this is the disinfectant. So like if I'm out somewhere and I have to sort of have some food, I can just put a squirt of this on, and I'll probably keep that with me the entire time, basically everywhere I go. Of course, chapstick. I always take that with me wherever I go, just in case, you never know. Some Dove spray. I know that's not really very manly, but I do also have Lynx Africa, which I had that for Christmas, like most men in the UK. But I find if I'm really active, like this is good for like just for like dossing, I find. but I always find that the Dove stuff is better for, you know, if you're active, which I know I'm going to be basically. Hope stop me from sweating, hopefully. So factor 30 sun cream. Everyone knows how pale I am. It'll be interesting to see how much of a tan I do get while I'm away. Hopefully I do so, but I've got some of this to sort of keep on me. May resort to like chip factor while I'm out there if I run out. Some after sun, because also being so pale I go red very, very fast, so I'll stop that. Some mouthwash, nothing too exciting. I'm taking, of course, an aftershave with me, just trying to smell nice. Chewable vitamin C. I was told to take this, so keep yourself healthy while you're out there. Very, very active holiday, lots of hiking around and things. So take those one day. Of course, some DEET, which is really important out there because of all the mosquitoes. I actually went into my my local Boots in Stourbridge and spent about 60 quid on just this kind of stuff. You know, nothing. You know, it's the stuff that you don't really want to buy, but I'd rather buy it and have it because I don't want to get bit by mosquitoes, of course. I got a travel toothbrush and toothpaste, although I do actually have another toothpaste somewhere here as well. I'm not taking my electric one, there's no charger there anyway, so that'll be fine for while I'm there. Loads of Dextro energy tablets, different sort of flavours, and these are basically keep you sort of, you know, your sugar up and keep you, you know, active and you know, full of energy. Basically, I'm going to be needing those, I can tell you. And then finally, I also have some Bonjela, just in case I get any mouth ulcers and that. Some tube of Colgate, antihistamine, because obviously in case I get bit. Nurofen tablets, prone to headaches. Rennie, in case, you know, heartburn and things like that. And then some wet wipes, which actually today I was talking to the guys at work and they were joking with me about buying wet wipes, and I said I actually have some, and I don't think they believe me, but yeah, some wet wipes. Again, you know, if you're out and you need to sort of, you know, wash your hands or wipe your hands over, then that's what they're for. So that's pretty much the boring stuff, I guess. And Lynx Africa body wash, you know, just, you know, again, had it for Christmas, cannot go wrong with Lynx Africa. When I was a child and I had this, I sort of think, oh, it's really rubbish. But as an adult now, and I get one of these, it's like the best, sort of, one of the best things I can get, because it means I don't have to worry about body wash throughout the year. I get that much at Christmas. It's wonderful. Okay then, so, you know, personal care stuff, that's the better word for it, personal care. Personal care stuff aside, we're going to go into more of the equipment and things I'm going to be taking, and this is actually the more interesting stuff, I think. So the first thing I want to show you is this book. It's called Limitless Equipment. I actually have two things to show you from this company. They're really, really good. So I was told to get something that I could basically scribble down some notes and things, and so I bought this. When it's sealed, it is waterproof, so your work won't kind of run. There's things in there like little pockets and things for you to put pens and stuff like that. So this is the book that comes on the inside of it. Storm pad, all weather, all good, all the time. The inside is more like a square grid for writing, drawing, which would be good. I might do some sketches of places that I go to or making notes and things. And then on the back, it has loads of information as well. So you've got a ruler on there, and it's got like all like map distance conversions, and it tells you like sort of pacing and all that kind of thing. So it's really, really good. If you're into sort of hiking and that, I would recommend one of these. It's weird that I'm recommending it when I haven't used it, but pre-use I'm recommending it. We'll see whether I think it's any good when we get back from the trip. So yeah, got the pad, so I'll be making some notes of that so I don't sort of forget anything. And then I also got this Limitless Equipment tin. Now I won't go through everything in this because there's quite a lot of stuff. In fact, actually I will go through this so you can see, because it's pretty good. So going over the contents of this box, this is the Limitless Equipment Mark 1. It's the metal container, which is the actual tin itself, is good for water purification, cooking, digging, reflector signal and making charcloth for tinder. Emergency whistle and fire striker, water resistant red LED, 2 times mini chemical light sticks, 8 hours emergency light, 1 liquid filled compass, wire, steel saw, cutting wood, sheet, waterproof paper, a pencil, 1 meter of copper snake wire. There's a sewing kit, there's a scalpel, there's a small sort of first aid pad for cleaning wounds and things, fishing kit, the tampon, also used for sort of wound dressing and things. There's some duct tape, there's some foil, cooking, and there's also a condom in there as well. So yeah, there's lots of things in there. It's really, really good. Whether I will use any or all of it, I don't know. Again, we'll have to see when I get back from the trip. Next up is something that I'm really excited to use. This is my head torch, and this is really, 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 really bright. If I just put it on, you can see it on there, and if I just get the light for a second. So this is the torch, so the sort of standard, the 2 on the outside, all of them, and then strobe. So it's really, really good, which again, I'll be using that for, you know, for when I'm going out doing some nighttime treks. And while we're on nighttime treks and while the lights are off, I also have this. And this is a black light, UV. This is a 1600 lumens torch. So if I turn this off, you can see obviously how this t-shirt glows, and it is really, really, really powerful. If I shine it to the other end of the room, it still gives off like illumination. It's fantastic, to be fair. So yeah, the head torch will be used when we go out at night to look for the nocturnal animals. Of course, the UV light for looking for scorpions and things at night. It's a really, really good torch. So again, hopefully I can get some good sort of footage with that. A couple of other things that I got that I forgot to mention. Some duct tape, which I'm not sure where I will use that, but I guess if I have to sort of, for sticking things together, if something breaks or something like that, it might be useful. It was on the list of things to get, so I've got it to take, but whether I use it or not, I don't know. And I also got a life straw, so basically with this I can drink from rivers and streams and things without sort of taking in anything sort of harmful, bacteria sort of things. And it's there's basically filtration through it, which is at 0.02 microns, so it's a really tiny, you know, hole for the water to get through, but none of the impurifications can. So really, really good. I think it's about like 20 quid off Amazon. So I will use it, and hopefully I don't get sick. Also taking loads of plastic bags. Now these are all plastic bags with the Ziploc on the top. Now whether that's for sort of food or if you collect samples or you know, again, I'm not really sure, but I was told to bring some resealable plastic bags, so that is what I have. I have plenty of those. Be interesting to see how they're used. Look forward to giving you all the update on that. Next up, these are pretty cool. If any of you have a GoPro, you may know what these are. So these are GoPro straps, basically. So I have the one, which I won't put the whole thing on, but basically, which way does it go? Yeah, so it goes that way. So basically I'll have it over my shoulder, and then I can have a GoPro here on my chest for, you know, like a chest sort of view of if I'm walking through a forest or something like that, which would be really, really good. And I also have, if any of you have seen Predator or Prey Online, then you'll know what this is, and this is the GoPro head mount. So you put this on here like so. It looks a bit stupid. It will look even more stupid when I have a GoPro camera on here. But again, footage wise, if I'm sort of trying to do something rather than me having to move the camera around and things like that, then you can see pretty much my point of view of what it is that I'm seeing. Also, with the camera being waterproof, it means I can actually go and jump into you know, some like rivers, like streams, whatever, and I can wear this so you can, again, you can sort of see me sort of swimming like a fish, and hopefully getting some really cool content. If there's anything, any sort of fish out there, I can, you know, I got, where is it? As well as this, I also have a, on a, like a selfie stick, I guess, I was going to say a telescopic GoPro pole, but yeah, a selfie stick. So again, I can get the GoPro and put in the water, have a look at any sort of wildlife that's sort of in the water, in the lakes and things like that. I know that there are, as I said in the last video, there's like crocodiles and like caimans and things, snakes and things, so I can actually get really, really close to some of the animals without actually having to get within sort of striking or danger distance of them. So hopefully this will all make for some really good footage, and obviously folds on really, really nicely as well. And it's funny actually, because I've had this for 4 years, 5 years. I bought it when I bought my my motorbike vlogging stuff, and I know that Rees has actually been doing some YouTube videos with these, so you can see it in the first person, which is really irritating because I was actually going to do that years ago, and I thought, I'm not going to bother doing that because no one's going to enjoy watching it. But now seeing that, you know, that he's doing it, I think it might be maybe something I could participate in and give full credit to Gar, should he not mind me copying his idea, or, you know, sort of doing it now that I know that it will be accepted. I don't know. But yeah, so loads of sort of GoPro things, which again will make for some good sort of content. Like I said, rather than me having to stand there and hold the camera, obviously I can just use my GoPro. When it comes to the GoPros, of course, I have all of my my batteries. I have 2 batteries for my GoPro 5 Black, which is, I'd like more of these, but they're really expensive. But I also have 4 batteries for the 3 Plus, which is the one that I normally use when I'm riding my motorbike for vlogging and things, the ones that I'm talking. So between sort of those, I should be able to get some decent footage, although the black one will be the main one that I use just because it's better. So yeah, obviously GoPro things. I also have this like a rope for rope stuff, tying stuff up. I can't think there is a word for it, I can't know what it's called. Obviously general sort of like batteries and chargers and things. I got some cable ties, which are really good again for tying things and securing things. I don't know where I got this from, but there's like, I've got like a little pig, and when you push a button on its head, I don't know if you can hear that, but it is a it's a black light. I think the snorting might get a little bit annoying, but as a worst case scenario, and then I have a standard small torch, which I'll use just for general sort of looking around and things. Now, another thing I meant to mention in the clothing was a cap. It is hot out there. I don't have a cap. I'm not taking a beanie, so I've got a flat cap, which actually has a peak on as well. So I'll be wearing this. It will keep my head protected, and also give Lee and the other guys a bit of sort of ammunition for you know, banter abuse, I guess. So I'm all for that. I have a waterproof coat as well. I just found that underneath some books, which I was meant to have listed earlier on. So yeah, waterproof, like a poncho with a hood. Again, if it rains, it will keep me dry, which is very important. More wires and general things, of course. Power brick. This is fantastic. I bought this just over a year ago for when I did jewelry service. 25,000 milliamp charger, so I can get several charges out of that, which is going to be really, really handy. Of course, my camera bag, so I'll take all of my lenses. I've got obviously all of my different my GoPro adapters, fittings. I've got a screwdriver to make sure they're all sort of secure. Different kind of mini tripods and things. Again, if I stop somewhere and I want to just just pop the camera down without having to set up loads of stuff, or holding it, then that would make it easier and better for me. Also have a pack of cards. These are the gold ones, although I will say that you can buy these on Amazon for quite literally nothing. They're probably about 10 quid or something like that. They look really, really nice, but they're just, it's 99.9% gold foil. But they're not expensive. They're just really just cheap playing cards. They don't shuffle very well, but sometimes I think it might be nice if we're there and we've got a bit of time, sat like around a campfire or something like that, have a game of poker or something like that, because that'll be pretty cool. That's the hope anyway. Probably won't need them, who knows. Vodka. This is Absolute Mango. Now I don't actually like vodka at all, but I had this for Christmas and I was thinking about when to drink it, so I figured I'll take it with me, and either I'll drink it there with them or I will take that with me to the lectures and hand it out on one of the tables there. But yeah, no harm in taking a bit of alcohol. I believe the other guys might take something as well. I don't know, so we'll see whether whether I get any footage of that or not, who knows. Also, for thin coaters walking around, I've got a super dry coat. It's the like a weather one, so it's sort of really, really thin. It breathes and it's waterproof, which is fantastic. Coming up to the end now, I have my walking boots. These are Peter Storm. I bought these I bought these a few years ago actually. I wore them for the first time to climb Snowdon in sort of Wales way, and never rubbed me. They're the most comfortablest boots I've ever had. No, second, my city motorcycle boots are the first comfiest. These are the second comfiest, and so I've had some new laces for them, and they're great. Really, really good for trekking. Backpack, of course. When I'm going out, I'm not going to be hauling around my suitcase with me everywhere, so I'll be taking this and just putting in it what I need. And then I think this is like the last thing, which is not important at all. No, it's not. There's one more thing. No, two more things. Three more things. See, this is just a mess on my table now. I'll show you in a minute. Got this, which is for you plug into the car and you can charge and have the connect to Bluetooth. Probably won't need that, but I'm going to take it just in case. American adapter, so I can plug my stuff in. If we find anywhere with electric, then I can get some charging my stuff. And in this wonderful little thing, this is what I use to keep all of my different SD cards in. So obviously if I want to swap them out, then I know which one. I've got the 64 gig, 32, and then my 128, which is the one in this camera. So those two for the GoPros, and then there's this one. I will also be taking my laptop with me, which if you saw on Instagram yesterday, my Instagram is at TarantulaDan. I put a picture up of my laptop and it like blue screened and was just dead, hard drive failure. I have basically factory reset it and it seems to be working okay. So I'll be taking my laptop with me as well as my external hard drive, so that I can, at the end of every day, transfer everything across, so that every new day that everything is empty. It also means I've got another place to charge my camera and my phone and things up as well, which is really, really good. And finally, this is actually the final thing. Apart from things like my passport and my money and things like that, I have some books. Now I don't necessarily need these. However, it's 10-hour flight from Heathrow to Miami, and then like another hour or so from Miami to Guatemala City. And so for 10 hours, I love aeroplanes because you're not expected to do anything. Like if you can sit there and be quiet and not make any noise or any fuss, then you're like the perfect traveller, which is what I try and be. So when I go on a flight, I don't use a toilet, I don't normally order food or drinks, I just sit there with my earphones in or have a nap and just keep to myself. So I've got some books to take. I'm going to be taking a selection of BTS journals, the most recent one, and also a couple where they're actually you know, in sort of central, in America, in Central America, so I can have a look at some of the spiders that are out there and have an idea of, you know, more like the habitat and things to look out for when I'm out there. Brief Answers to the Big Questions by Stephen Hawking. I would love to finish this book on the trip. And then of course, a book that I recommend for anyone and everyone, basically, if you're into your tarantulas, is the Tarantulas Breeding Experience and Wildlife book. Really, really good book. I recommended this to several people. Those several people have all bought the book, I believe, and they all say that it's a really good book. So if you get a chance, buy this. I think if you go into the spider shop, you can buy it from them. So yeah, that is the video on what I'm going to be taking. If I just sort of move the camera, and you can see it's just sort of like, it's all a mess. It was all sort of lovely and organised, but now it's just sort of everywhere. Yeah, so I'm going to get this resorted out and get it basically back into the suitcase so that I'm all ready to go tomorrow. So this is the last video that I'll be doing before my trip to Guatemala. Actually, when this goes up, I might have this up tomorrow, which is Wednesday the 20th. If not, it'll go up on Thursday the 21st. I fly at 9 AM Thursday morning, UK time. So if you are commenting on that video, it's going to take me 24 hours to get there. And then I'm obviously going to be pretty busy with getting sorted. So the likelihood of me responding to any comments or messages are very slim. And that extends across all social media while I'm away on this trip. But please feel free to message and comment. I will respond to you as soon as I can. And also please don't forget to follow me on my social media. I will be putting things up on my TarantulaDan Facebook page, my TarantulaDan Instagram account, whether it's sort of stories or posts, and also YouTube stories and YouTube posts. Keep your eye on my community page. I will be putting some posts up there. And of course, also to re-plug in Martin Lees from the last video. He has social media and he'll be posting as well. So with that said, everyone, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Hopefully it's been sort of fairly useful to you if you are thinking of travelling abroad yourself. And to those of you that have been asking me what I'm taking, this is what I'm taking with me. There's a few things that I don't have, like a bush knife and stuff like that, but it's not really that important, and the other guys will have one, so I can just sort of borrow theirs if I need it. So yeah, that is everything. That is everything I'm taking. I'm going to get it packed up now. I'm going to have some food, get ready, edit this video, go to bed, and get ready, because tomorrow, like I say, come home from work, I'm going to visit my sister, say hello to my brother and my sisters, get myself ready, check on all my animals, feed and water, everything, have a shower, go to bed for a few hours, wake up about 1 AM on Thursday morning, and then head down to Heathrow. So yeah, I'm so excited. It's going to be really, really good. So as always, thank you for watching, everyone. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, leave a comment, subscribe, and if you would like to support me on Patreon, of which a huge thank you to my patrons, because you have really helped to fund this trip. I really do appreciate it. If you would like to support me, I have a Patreon and a PayPal, which you can find down in the description. And with that said, everyone, thank you for watching, take care, and I'll see you soon in the next video. Goodbye from everyone.